What up, everybody? Yes, it's that time. More information about what's going on in WWE. So as it stands, it looks like the matches are now starting to come into place. We pretty much know Triple H and Brock Lesnar are going to face each other at WrestleMania. Jack Swagger is very lucky that he's to keep his place at WrestleMania as one of the main events to face Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. And of course we know Rock is going to face John Cena. CM Punk will face The Undertaker. Now there's still some matches that need to be confirmed in terms of the backstage talk, what's going on. I'm a bit surprised, and at the same time I'm not too surprised. This article was published on the WrestlingInc.com website. It was published today, so I'll put the link in the description. You guys can check it out. There's some talk as usual that goes on about The Rock, but we'll talk about that right at the end of the video. But what WWE officials are discussing is to have a tag team match, and that means Dolph Ziggler and Big E Lansing will team up in a tag team action, going one-on-one against Kane and Daniel Bryan, and it's for the WWE tag team titles, which will probably take place at WrestleMania 29. It's not confirmed. This is just a talk that's going on in the backstage of the company. And apparently, when you watch Monday Night Raw, Big E attacked Daniel Bryan, which is probably it didn't happen on Raw. I've just spoiled it for some of you guys, but it's going to happen. It happened on SmackDown, so it looks like, well, from what the article is saying, it's probably gonna look like at WrestleMania we're gonna see Dolph Ziggler going in tag team action against Kane and Daniel Bryan. I'm actually not surprised, and I'm surprised. The reason why the reason why that I'm very surprised is that I really thought that they were going with the angle of Kane versus Daniel Bryan, because these two just kept arguing with each other. This Monday Night Raw was an exception because it was all about a proper send-off for Paul Bearer, so Kane was more focused into the storyline with Undertaker versus CM Punk, and it was a tribute to Paul Bearer. But when you were watching after Elimination Chamber, even before the Elimination Chamber, I think it actually it was about to happen, but I got the impression that it kind of started at the Royal Rumble, and I really thought that they were going to go on the idea of these two face each other at WrestleMania, and they split. And I think it would have been the right move, because Daniel Bryan still has a lot of potential to offer for the company, and I still think Daniel Bryan will be World Heavyweight Champion again, maybe in very late 2013 or maybe even 2014, but he's still young and he's got a future. Kane probably said he has 2 years in him, maybe 1 year. Kane doesn't have that many years left, but the thing with Kane is he can still contribute a lot, so maybe he could have one final World Heavyweight title shot. It all depends if he wants, or if the company, if Vince McMahon is happy to let him have one. But at the same time, so I really actually wanted to see that match, Daniel Bryan versus Kane, because the last time those two faced each other, I believe Daniel Bryan defeated Kane at, I think it was Money in the Bank, by a roll-up pin, and I didn't like the way that match ended. Now, it would have been cool if Kane were to win the rematch at WrestleMania, but I could understand if Daniel Bryan was to win again, this time in a clean victory, because it would give Daniel Bryan another push. Maybe Daniel Bryan could go on and become an Intercontinental Champion or United States Champion and work his way to, once again, a potential World Heavyweight title shot in the year during the fall of 2013. But it doesn't seem to go like that, and this is a rumor talk. I'm not going to confirm everything. We'll find out by watching SmackDown a bit more, and Raw. We'll find out what the future and the plans is for these two at WrestleMania 29. Now, in terms of Dolph, I'm not surprised, because Dolph has kind of been on a losing streak now, and there's pretty much nothing for him to do. When you've won Money in the Bank, you just have to wait until they want you to cash it in. But the thing is, Edge made it interesting when he was Money in the Bank champion. You never knew what you were going to get with Edge, especially CM Punk. CM Punk cashed in on Raw, he cashed in at Extreme Rules, against Jeff Hardy. You never know what you're going to get. Dolph, they need to do so much. I still think, there is a potential that Dolph and Chris Jericho could have a good match again for the Money in the Bank contract, because Jericho's come back. The original plan I got was Jericho was going to turn heel and face Ryback. Now it seems they're still unfinished because there's rumors Ryback will face Mark Henry. Ryback is going to team up with Sheamus and Randy and take on the Shield. You know, there's still answers that are not answered that they need to be answered. We don't know what's going on. I've been watching Raw now, and you know, it just seems like they're confused. I mean, at one point they said Chris Jericho versus Mark Henry, which I was against, but you have to have two veteran wrestlers, superstars, would actually not mind. I think that would be not a bad match. It would be a good match, but I still think you know, what they should do is let Dolph face Chris Jericho, because if this match happens, this tag team match, it's very unlikely that Dolph will win it. I'm assuming, and this is not confirmed, but I'm just assuming that Dolph would be the first guy to cash the briefcase at WrestleMania successfully. Because the thing is, I still say it's starting to get boring for me. Dolph is a guy who's ready to be used properly. I actually think Dolph should deserve to get a WWE title shot. Because no matter what happens, the W belt is the biggest one in the company. I think Dolph is good to carry that belt on. It's just, you know, what really is WWE going to use? Because I still feel like they're not using Dolph properly, and it's a shame. Dolph should have not lost to John Cena early this year. I don't know why John Cena needed the win, but I guess they wanted him to look good when he faces The Rock. But you know, Dolph still has a lot of potential. Honestly, I love watching Dolph. He's the main reason I watch WWE. Besides CM Punk, those two, I think, are the top two heels at the moment, and I watch WWE because of those two. In ring, they're very good. If you put those two together, it'll be fantastic. I don't know Dolph as a face. I think he could be the next Shawn Michaels. Maybe that's a bit too much, but you know, I mean, I would like to see Dolph versus Shawn Michaels. If there was a dream match, I would love to see those two face each other at WrestleMania. I wish they did before Shawn retired, but it never went that route. Instead, they had John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, and then Shawn versus Ric Flair, and then Shawn versus Undertaker on 2 occasions. Dolph has a lot of potential and definitely has a big future. I actually really want to see Dolph win the WWE Championship and the World Championship, but I want to see Cody Rhodes as well starting to be used properly. You know, there's so many superstars they can use, but you know, I don't know if this is what WWE are gonna do, because it just seems to me that they have so many. They don't know how to use the superstars. Let me ask you guys a question. For those of you who are fans of Dolph, what do you think? Do you think Dolph should be in a title match? Do you expect him to cash his belt, his briefcase on the line? Do you think you would like to see this tag team match going on? Or would you like to see Kane versus Daniel Bryan and then Dolph versus Chris Jericho? It's not too late. We have 4 weeks left, so WWE can still make this happen. I just get the impression that it's, you know, it's still lazy work. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Now, in terms of the Rock backstage issue, it's just a typical same talk. Once again, people are not happy that Rock is the WWE champion and he's not even on Raw, which is the main reason. If you realize, it's been a couple of months, it's been a long time since John Cena wasn't used on Monday Night Raw. Apparently, they didn't want it. The WWE creators did not want to use John Cena because if they didn't want John Cena to cut a promo and then it would make Rock look weak. There's an article about that. That's on another wrestling website, which I'll put the link if you guys are interested in. Personally, you know, I was a bit pissed off because I want to see the WWE Champion always on Monday Night Raw. And at least have 2 matches. But maybe this year Rock will do it again and have some more matches. What do you guys think? Put in the comments. But personally, I mean, on a high note, I'm actually happy to see The Rock back. I mean, you know, it's good that he's given back to the fans mostly. Especially to the, you know, to the younger generation who probably don't like him at the moment, but I know there's some huge Rock fans. So, anyway, what do you guys think? Put in the comment. The source was provided by PW Insider, and this link is in the description. Give many credits to WrestlingInc.com for providing. That's where I get my information. You can check it out. So, what do you guys think on the possibility of Kane and Daniel Bryan defending their tag team belts against Dolph Ziggler and Big E? Or, you know, what do you think about the future of Dolph? Put in the comments. What do you guys think? Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please rate and subscribe! And as always, have a nice day.